I'm Nia, and this is entry number 13 with my second guest. Hi, Nani.
Guys. Hi. Happy to be here.
So today I'm super happy. Obviously, this is Nani, my best friend. We're gonna review a very, very special rum that I got just for her. This is Privateer Navy Yard Barrel Proof Rum. I actually got inspired to buy this because they were one of the few distilleries that had a female master distiller.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Who's Maggie Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, she recently left the company, but luckily, I got this bottle a long time ago when she was still.
So it's authentic.
Yes. So she was still involved in the making of this rum. So I'm very excited.
Awesome.
So as far as the color, it's you can see it's a copper colored. It's oak aged, and it's aged up to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
The original master blender was Andrew Cabot, and the interesting part about this is that the new owner is the sixth generation, so it's still in the family, which is very
that's
cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
This is a overproof rum, and I know you're also like me, a rum enthusiast and still learning. Overproof rum means that it has a very high percentage. So this one specific is 109.8.
Whew, gotta get my cells ready for this.
So you're gonna do the honors of opening this.
Oh boy. We ready for that pop?
We are. Ooh.
Boom. Love that sound.
Okay. So this specific rum, it's oak aged 2 years. But the other very interesting thing is that it's 100% grade A molasses, which gives a lot of that, some people call it like a skunky or grassy taste. But we're going to try this because it's American rum, not Caribbean rum. So it'll be very interesting. So
and it's from Mass, so it's going to be amazing. Obviously, like everything from there is.
So typically what I start with is a little swig of this.
Okay.
And we're going to try and detect the notes on this. And the notes is basically just trying to see what it smells like to you.
Mm-hmm. That's such a soothing sound.
I know, right?
I love it. If you guys can't hear it, it's just the sound of the liquid pouring into the glass.
So since this is your first time doing this, and like me, I'm also learning. I did bring my rum aroma training kit, which is really cool because if the companies do talk about notes, I like comparing what I'm detecting myself in the rum with the rum aroma training kit.
Just to see how accurate.
Yeah, just to see how accurate it is. And the so in this one, I'm going to bring out molasses.
Okay.
Which is basically the main component of this. But because it's also oak aged, I'm going to bring out the oak one and see if we can compare. So in this one, let's see. Molasses is number 13.
Those remind me of those like perfume sampler things.
Yeah, it's literally like this. And the thing is, you have to let it stand for a minute.
Let
so
it aerate.
We can start like smelling it and see if you can detect something.
Okay, let's see here.
Because this has to rest for like a minute. So this is the oak. This is the molasses.
I mean, you can definitely smell that for sure.
And then they have cask age, so I'm gonna bring that one out too. Okay, so the molasses is resting. Let me bring out the cask age.
Surprisingly, I almost smell a very, very small hint of something fruity, maybe like a banana.
Okay, I do have banana. Do you want me to bring that out?
I mean, you can. But it's like, it's fruity. I don't know if it's banana or not, but definitely something fruity.
So what if I tell you what I have and then you tell me if you want me to bring it out just to compare? Because that's what I like doing. Sometimes I'm like, kind of smells like leather. I wonder if it, like my last review, this rum had this smell that I swear was leather, and I brought it out and it was literally smelled like leather.
I love the smell of leather.
So in the rum aroma training kit, there's coconut, there's banana, there's also chocolate. I don't know if you said a little bit on the fruity side, so maybe I do have citrus, tropical fruits.
It doesn't smell citrusy.
Sherry, but sherry is more like when it's aged in sherry cask, so I don't think that would.
No, maybe tropical fruits.
Okay, let's see. That one's number 23.
It's like if I take too big of a whiff, all I smell is alcohol.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like I'm trying to like take small little hints of it. It's not super heavy on the fruity smell, but there's something. A little something something.
So molasses.
Cascade.
The tropical fruits.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to bring out the banana?
Yeah, you can.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the story of rum in America. It was actually so popular when we were first colonized that it was even used as currency. That's how big it was.
That's, I mean, amazing.
Isn't it crazy?
If that was still the case. Like, I don't have money, but I have 10 bottles of rum at home.
So the amazing thing about this particular distillery, it's like an homage to like the old colonial times of rum. Yeah. So they've been doing this since like the 1700s.
Yeah.
So it's a very old distillery, but rum is so prominent now. It's coming back to America, so it's interesting to know the history of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the very end too, you don't have to take it out, but at the very end, tell me if you smell the same. Like from up here, I almost smell a little bit of caramel too, which could be the molasses. But
the other thing you have to know about this rum is that they don't filter it.
Which is probably why it's so overproof.
And they do not add absolutely anything. So it's aged in American oak cask for 2 years, and that's it. And they bottle it.
Alrighty.
So it's a very simple rum, but we'll see. So for me, obviously the alcohol.
Yeah.
It smells like a whiskey or a bourbon, but for me, I'm getting the fruitiness too.
Right?
Yeah.
Very faint, nothing strong.
But
you're not going to say, oh, there is a flavor in there. It's just very...
Yeah. But to me, it's actually on the sweeter side. It kind of smells like a perfume.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like a little bit floral. So I wonder if that's the
That's
molasses.
why I said tropical fruit, because I was like, it's maybe banana, but it could be something else.
Okay. So let's take our first sip. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Definitely has like a bourbon whiskey initial taste to it.
But this is insane. The burn for 109
is minimal.
Is minimal. I thought I was going to be like,
yeah, making a face. I was half prepared to
me too.
Hold a face back. But yeah, it's not bad.
There's a very lingering aftertaste of like I don't want to call it floral, but it literally, like what we were talking about, it's like a little bit of the perfume lingers in the back of your
almost
tongue.
Like
Did
herbal.
you notice that?
Yeah, almost a little herbal, as if there's.
So I wonder if it's the molasses. So what I'm gonna do?
It's still like warm, like going down my throat.
Yeah, the afterburn it lingers,
but it's not bad.
It's not
bad.
This is
like I could deal with it.
Yeah,
it's not like, oh, let me take a quick shot and be done with it.
Yeah,
like, it's not bad.
This is definitely a sipping rum. So let's start with the molasses here.
Which we know because it's made from molasses. Yeah. So that's definitely going to be a strong one. But be prepared.
You're not going to believe what molasses smells like until you smell it from here. So
like straight molasses.
I want you to compare it.
Yeah.
And tell me, did you think that molasses smelled like it?
This one smells almost like a swamp. If that makes sense. Like somewhere that's boggy and full of reeds.
Like a good version of it.
Yeah. Not like something like, not like a sweaty locker room.
But I don't know.
But it just gives me a very like outdoorsy kind of like you're out in the boonies kind of a smell.
But to you, before I pass that over to you,
Mhm.
did you think molasses would smell like that?
No, I thought molasses would have almost more of like a caramelly type of smell
Right?
to it, like because it's made from like sugar essentially, like it's
Yeah.
you know, so it's like a. But it's definitely it smells sweeter like the longer I smell
know,
it,
right?
and that could definitely be the fruity hints that we're tasting and smelling, and like perfumey kind of.
I know.
It's like perfume and bog meat.
I know, right?
Go out to the Everglades, spray a bunch of perfume. That's what this smells
That's
like.
what this smells like. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that.
So the next one is gonna be Cascade, right?
Yep.
Oh, this is one of my favorites, by the way.
Smell wise.
It reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Like the fake cannon blast smell,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Oh yeah. This almost smells has like a little leathery smell to it as
Mhm.
well, which I love the smell of leather.
But that's Cascade.
Yeah, it's like leather and wood combined.
To me, I can definitely
I can smell it from comparing it to this, but not that strong, surprisingly, because considering this is only oak aged and not much else.
Now, the interesting part about this is that it does say cask age on the Rum Aroma training kit, and this is American oak. But
so
they
you're
don't
wondering if it's like what kind of
Yes,
cask
what
is
kind
it
of
in? Because it
cask
could
is
be
it?
maple, could be
Yeah,
cedar,
could be
could
sherry.
be anything. Oh, it smells so good.
right?
Yeah, I love that.
So, what
smell.
do you think? Do you think this has
I do, but not that
very
much.
strong, right?
No.
More the molasses
Yeah.
is pulling through?
Mhm, definitely.
Okay. So then the next one we said tropical fruits.
Yep.
And the last one was banana, right?
Which now that we know molasses smells so sweet and fruity,
Yeah.
like that's definitely I think what it is that we're smelling.
Okay, this I don't know.
No,
I'm gonna take a little sip.
just to compare.
I think this is
Too fruity.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah,
I don't even know what you were debating.
because sometimes you try it and sometimes
Yeah.
once you let it linger on your palate.
Yeah, this smells like way too fruity. It
And-
reminds me of like
And let me
bubble
tell you,
gum.
I'm about to blow your mind because I'm not throwing any of these away because we're gonna add ice to this and you're gonna see
The
how
flavor
it
changes?
changes your not only the flavor but the nose, like the
Interesting.
aromatic portion of spirits.
Well, because you're changing the whole chemistry of it by putting ice and cooling it.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
like
no.
when I first, started this whole journey,
Yeah.
I did not think that ice would do that.
Well, that's why some people prefer their liquors neat versus on the rocks or whatever because it changes the flavor completely.
Okay, so this is banana.
I need to clear my tropical fruit scent.
I should have brought those, like, when you go to the
coffee
perfumes.
grinds.
Yeah, the coffee grains.
I mean, there's a coffee one in there, so
I guess we could, yeah.
just pop it open just for in between to cleanse our nasal palate. Do you still smell the banana now? Not as much. Banana is a very strong smell, I feel. Like, I can smell that from over here.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. It's a very strong scent. Like, this obviously is concentrated, so. I still feel like
Honestly,
what I smelled initially still reminds me of banana, if that makes sense. Not as strong, obviously. Like I said, it's just a very tiny underlying.
Yeah. So comparing that and now really like redoing this with the banana, I can also kind of detect a little bit of banana for me.
Yeah, I still smell it, so. Not as strong, obviously. Just very faint in the back. Or maybe the molasses is made from a banana tree. Who knows? Maybe it was made next to a crate of bananas and picked up a little bit of the flavor.
It was like molasses plant, grade A molasses, because that's what they claim they use. Grade A molasses
versus grade F.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
And who knows? Maybe A in the rum world is like 0.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you never know. Although I have to say, anytime the word molasses comes up, I see molasses somewhere. Not that it comes up in conversation all the time, who talks about molasses. But every time,
I'm like, who have you been talking to?
Right? Every time just molasses is brought up in any kind of context, I always think of the 101 Dalmatians movie, the live action movie that came out back in like the 90s or whatever.
Okay.
With Glenn Close or whoever it was. The part towards the end where they're in the warehouse and the whole tank, the vat of molasses crashes and she's covered in it.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
You'll have to go back and rewatch it.
I'm gonna rewatch
because
it.
I had never heard of molasses. I didn't know what molasses was until then. And then of course, you hear the expression, "Oh, slow as molasses," or "You're moving like molasses." So anytime somebody says something like that, I'm immediately brought back to the scene where Cruella de Vil is just covered in molasses.
That's so interesting.
So the fact that we keep talking about molasses that's what keeps recurring in my mind.
That's hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add some ice to this.
Drum roll.
It's crazy the stuff that happens with ice.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit.
Just enough to chill it.
Yeah, so give me yours first. Darn it.
There we go.
Let me do
swivel it around a little bit. More. Yeah, because you gave me like 2. I just want to swivel it, make sure it gets nice and cold. I feel like the fruitier undertones we were smelling are stronger now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? I'm getting true caramel undertones.
Remember before I said like when I'm further away, I kind of got a hint of caramel, not too strong, but just like up here.
For me, yeah.
Right
now with the ice is.
Yeah. It's like fruity caramel. Is that a thing?
Maybe. It's a fruity caramel.
I mean, caramel is just sugar anyway.
Yeah.
So.
That's interesting.
Almost like kind of reminds me of like a dulce de leche a little bit.
But then with the ice, when you tried it, it tastes like a bourbon or a whiskey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You lose
100%.
Taste-wise, I feel like you lose it when you put it on ice.
It also dilutes it a little bit too, because obviously the ice melted relatively quickly, which I think probably helps with those bourbon and whiskey flavors coming out.
And I feel like with the ice, the burn is faster. People that have issues with ASMR are gonna people that have misophonia are gonna die with that.
Sorry, y'all.
But that's crazy.
Yeah. But I feel like the burn comes faster, but I don't feel it like warming down my throat anymore.
Like before, right?
Like before. But also this time, my tongue feels kind of tingly and almost numb. Remember those drinks we had at Universal?
You mean
at Oga's Cantina?
Yeah.
Hollywood, not Universal. The tongue numbing ones.
Yes.
That's the feeling I'm having, but not as strong. Just like that kind
like
of tingly.
But it's all the way in the back, right?
No, mine's actually in the front.
Oh, mine's in the back.
Maybe because I let it linger.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like my whole tongue is just kind of tingly, but I'm feeling it more in the front. But maybe because I let it sit there. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I let it sit. I typically let my rum or spirit sit in the back. So I put the very front of my tongue to the top, and I let it linger on the thickest part of my tongue. Because I feel like I have more like.
But here's the thing.
Sensory
and
spots,
I was
I
going to.
guess?
Yes and no. And I could be completely wrong in reversing this. But different parts of your tongue have different types of sensory. And if I remember correctly, the back is more sweets and the front is more salty.
That's
so it could completely alter the taste. So next time, try to leave it in the front and see if you taste something different.
See if it gets numb.
Yeah. See if it, like, the different flavor profiles come out.
You know what it is? I think it does numb.
You feel it, right? Just like
yeah,
a little
just
tingle.
a smidge. But I
yeah.
also think it's because it's such high percentage that your tongue is like,
Right,
what are
yeah,
you doing to
yeah.
me?
It's almost like when you have like Orajel for your teeth
Yes.
to numb tooth
Yeah.
pain,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it gets a little on your
little bit of,
tongue,
like,
and that's what it feels
What
like.
is it? Lidocaine? What is that called?
Lidocaine.
Lidocaine.
Yeah. Lidocaine might be something, but that's a different topic.
It's like, this is not made out of cane, girl. This is made out of molasses.
But sugar cane essentially with molasses, kind of.
So
sorta,
do you want to?
not.
Yeah. Do you want to try the nose?
Yeah, let's try
and
it.
see.
Yeah.
So let's try molasses again and see. I have a feeling the molasses is gonna be a little bit more diluted this time.
100%. See, your ice is still there. Mine's completely melted.
Yeah, to me, it's more of that smokiness, more like whiskeys, bourbons, that kind of thing. You lose the sweetness of the molasses as far as the nose for me.
And you lose the strength of the alcohol. As like earlier I said, the big whiff I take is just like straight alcohol. You don't smell anything else. But now I could take a big whiff and I'm not getting that feeling. But again, my ice has diluted it relatively a bit. Yeah, I almost don't smell the molasses at all. Yeah.
Now I have a feeling I smell more of like the cask age. It smells more like smoky and oaky.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one was
cask age.
Cask age.
I think mine might almost be like too diluted. I can barely smell anything. Really? Like, smell mine. You can barely smell anything. Or maybe my nose is just going numb to the different scents.
It definitely smells a little bit more diluted, but
yeah.
See if you can detect the cask age.
I can barely smell this.
Should I put some more? I feel like that one like dissipated really fast.
Yeah, I can barely smell it. Like if I shove it up my nostril, maybe. You know, in the cartoons where like their nostrils flip.
Okay, let's see. Let's put some little
that
fresh...
definitely needs a little more.
Okay, hold it for a little bit because it does need to rest.
Maybe I'm just getting nose blind. I'm like not smelling anything.
Maybe I'm just getting nose blind.
Well, you know when you smell something so often, you like, get completely... There's a whole Febreze commercial about it, like getting nose blind to scents.
That's so funny.
You tell me.
Okay, here we go. I don't think it's cask age. To me, it's starting to go more on the smoky side. More like whiskeys, like a whiskey, little bit of...
I was perusing the box a little bit earlier just to see what different scents were there. Yeah. There's an oak tannic. What is that? Maybe that would smell more like it. If we know that it was an oak.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Maybe that'll...
just in case.
Because like you said, the cask age, we don't know what kind of cask it was in. So it could be a completely different scent. But I don't know what tannic is. I have to...
Tannic, it's kind of like the residue. You know how when they say, oh, if this... It's kind of like, the residue. Have you seen like the residue on wine sometimes? That's what that means.
Well, it's oak, so maybe let's give that a try.
Do you want to see the banana?
No, because there's...
Right? It's gone.
It's completely
all the
gone.
Fruitiness is gone with the ice.
Initially with the ice, it accentuated the fruity smells.
But now that it's like melted...
Yeah, now that it's completely diluted, I don't smell fruity.
Do you want maybe a little bit more ice?
No, I think it's okay. Maybe a little bit more rum. I'm not a drunk, I promise.
Hey, as long as you're not an alcoholic, you're okay. You're okay in my book. Okay, so what did we say? Oak tannic?
Yeah. And I was even going to organize it for you because it was driving me nuts that the numbers weren't in order.
Oh, God. OCD.
But I was like, maybe she has them in a particular. But
No.
I'm like, no, she just puts them back in and doesn't know what numbers.
No, so I have it in Betty's order. Betty's my dog. So she decided one day when we left her home alone for a little bit of time to go through the box, because I don't know why. Anytime anything has bags, she's like, food. And
Luna,
she literally
my dog, is the same. She hears the rustling and she automatically assumes it's a treat.
It was underneath my table. She went in there, opened the box, broke this. Obviously, this is the bag that these little strips come in. She opened the bag. As you can see, some of them.
I was gonna say, I see teeth marks.
Yes. Some of these were out.
Aww,
most of them
Betty.
were in, but she like dropped everything. When we got home, I was panicking.
Luckily, she didn't break into any of the vials. Did you
know.
imagine?
Well, I don't think she would have because they're so strong as far as smells.
But like, God forbid it was on a countertop or something and it fell over onto your tile and broke.
Yeah, that's what I was worried, because I was worried when they got home. I was like, oh my gosh, she totally broke all my vials.
Okay, this to me, I don't smell oak. You know what I smell?
What do you smell? Here we go. This movie that I watched was this one time in band camp.
This to me smells like nail polish remover.
Are you serious? No.
That's what this smells like to me. Like, but no acetone nail polish remover. Because it has kind of like it smells less like alcohol.
That's disappointing.
It smells like nail polish remover to me.
Okay.
Do you see where I'm getting it though?
Now that you said with no acetone,
no acetone.
Yes. Yeah, it smells kind of chemically.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite thus far, I think, on the nose, obviously, is the molasses.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do something, and I'm going to bring out the caramel just because I'm dying of curiosity.
Yeah.
And then that'll be it.
And then it's drink time. Yeah, to me, it smells... I'm kind of disappointed because I love the smell of trees and oak and wood, and I was looking forward to that smell. Because Cascade obviously smells, it's a barrel, but it smells different than wood.
Yeah.
So I was hoping it would smell more like woody.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's why you heard me. As soon as I smelled it, I was like, oh, this is disappointing.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing about the Rum Arona training kit is that, for example, I've had experience with other rums that say they have like orange scents, and then you go into the Rum Aroma training kit, and to me, the orange that you have in this kit, it doesn't. Oh, it's orange peel, so you get that oiliness.
Yeah,
but the rum that I was trying tasted it. It had a nose of like the inside of the orange.
Right, the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the meaty, fruity.
Which is crazy.
Edible part.
So, this is going to blow your mind.
That's what, caramel?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Because I said caramel before we even put the ice
I know.
in.
You were on it. I just wanted to wait because to me, if it was like fruity, but I didn't know.
Definitely caramel.
Right?
It smells like the caramel macchiato I just had.
I know we were struggling today, so we decided to stop and get some Starbucks.
I love the smell.
Not sponsored.
Of caramel.
I know, it smells so good. But do you think, is it stronger with the ice? Or
I feel like without. The caramel smell is stronger without. But again, mine is super diluted, so let's go straight to the source. Like, I smell it more in there without the ice when it's neat.
Yeah.
I love that smell, though.
I know, it smells so good. But I definitely think with the ice, it smells even stronger.
You think so?
The caramel, to me. Even though mine is almost completely diluted.
Mine's like... I couldn't even tell you what mine smells like right now. I'm really thinking I'm nose blind. Maybe we should take the coffee one out just to
do you want to
cleanse the nasal.
I can do it if you want me to.
No, I guess I can still smell the caramel, and a little bit of the fruitiness is kind of coming back too.
Maybe because you were
it could
going to the source, as you say.
Could be. My might be a little drunk already. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Yet. But what did you think? Did you expect a rum of 109%?
To be so smooth?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. The flavor in general, now I could be remembering it completely wrong because I haven't had it since college, so like a millennia ago. Have you ever tried Southern Comfort?
No. I
want to say it's a Scotch whiskey. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't usually drink brown liquor, so I don't know. But I'm associating it with back in college when I tried Southern Comfort for the first time. That's what this is kind of reminiscent of for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We'll have to look it up later.
Yeah.
And see.
So, typically for these overproof rums, you could drink it neat on the rocks, or what we're going to do today is I made demerara syrup from scratch and I squeezed fresh key lime limes for this.
Yum.
So extra special just for you. So I'm going to make us some delicious daiquiris.
Yes. Give me all the drinks.
So let me go make these real quick.
Okay.
And we're back. So I just made some delicious daiquiris, but we were talking about that. He just looked at on Google SoCo
about
and she's
Southern
like,
Comfort.
"Oh, it's from New Orleans." And I was like, "Oh, that's so weird. I thought it was from Canada." She's like, "It's Southern Comfort." I'm like, "Maybe it's from the south of Canada."
Southern Canada.
Southern Canada.
I mean, I didn't know it was from New Orleans, so I learned something new. But Southern Comfort.
But talk about what
the North.
No, you don't.
You were the one that was gonna say something.
Okay. Yeah, because what I found out during my rum journey this time is that I didn't know that Malibu Rum is from Canada. Did you know Malibu Rum, the coconut rum?
I'm trying to think if I
from
knew
Canada
that or not. I want to say I thought it was from the Caribbean.
No, it's
but I could
Canadian.
be thinking of rum chata. But I don't know if that's from the Caribbean either.
It's from the southern.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy, huh?
I feel like somewhere in the back of my mind I knew that, but because it's not surprising to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But it's crazy that such a popular rum is from Canada.
Yeah.
Anyway,
who would have
let's enjoy this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let me know what you think.
It's very cold. It's yummy though. It's really good though. It's dangerous.
Honestly, it kind of tastes like a margarita. A little bit sweeter.
I don't get margarita vibes. I do get
just because this is such a strong rum.
It is, but I'm getting
But it's definitely refreshing.
There's
refreshing.
another drink that I'm thinking of.
And as I've said before, these are not daiquiri glasses. I understand. Don't judge me.
We're not a bar here, people. We don't have glasses for every occasion.
That would be insane.
No, but this is really good, though. I can't think of what other drink it's reminiscent of, but it's really good.
And I love the fact that they were key lime limes. It makes it like a little bit extra. Are you okay? Don't spit it out.
It just like went up my nose.
Mmm.
Because I like snorted while I had it in my mouth. No, I was laughing because I don't think you caught that. I was like,
yeah, I heard you. People are gonna hate this video. They're gonna be like, this amount of noise that is coming from this green-haired witch.
But yeah, no, this is really tasty though.
So would you ever think that such a smooth tasting rum could come out of Massachusetts?
I told you we're the best.
Of course.
Yes.
She's like, of course.
A horse, of course.
We're the goats of everything, including rum.
Literally, go Brady. Even though he's a buck now. Go Pats. Yeah, no, this is really good.
I'm still surprised.
Navy Yard.
Yeah, I'm still surprised of how smooth it was and how
Mhm.
little afterburn it had, honestly.
Yeah, when you told me it was overproof, I was a little scared.
I know.
I was like, oh my God.
I was bracing for
Yeah.
impact when we took our first
I was like,
sip.
I'm definitely gonna make a face. It's like taking a shot of tequila. It's not gonna go down well. It's just gonna come right back
Oh
up.
my God.
But no, it went down really nice. Warmed me up a little bit down my esophagus. Made me feel toasty inside. That'd be a really good drink. Obviously, if you lived in Massachusetts and not Florida where it's hot 24/7, but like in the winter, like if you have a fire pit or if you're outside or
Right?
somewhere that it's cold, it would warm you up so nice drinking it
Yeah.
neat. Because it's a warm sensation, but it's not a burning sensation. So if it was really nice going down.
So I don't know how many rums you have. I know for sure you have
Mm-hmm.
the Siesta Key coconut
Yes,
rum
which I
'cause
tried, and it
we
was so good.
gave to you.
Yes.
But as far as your bottle collection, do you think you would buy something like this?
I'm not really a brown rum type of person or brown liquor at all, honestly. Usually I stick to the white rums. But this one's not bad. It's not one I would go out and spend money on, but if I was like if somebody brought it over or something, I would definitely drink it.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the smoother brown rums that I've had for sure. It's very good, very surprising, very I guess just surprising. I was very surprised by its flavor palette and flavor profile. Like I said, when you said it was 109 or 108 or whatever proof, I was a little scared
I know.
and hesitant to even try it. But no, it's really good. I liked it. I personally, like I said, I wouldn't spend money on it because I don't like brown rum usually, but I could see people who do like it drinking it for sure. It's a very nice flavor profile,
Yeah, I agree.
especially if you're a bourbon or whiskey drinker.
Yes. This will be right up your alley if
Mhm.
those are your type of the spirits that you enjoy.
Yeah.
This is definitely an amazing sipping rum.
Yeah.
Or this daiquiri. Oh my God, it's hitting the spot.
So good.
It's
We
so
might need
good.
to make a couple more.
A couple more
when we're done.
As far as for me, I do like this rum,
Mm-hmm.
but I personally would not buy it again.
Yeah. And you
I
like brown rum.
I do.
But you usually like spiced rum.
See,
is the
she knows
thing.
me so well. That's why she's my bestie. Like,
yeah. And it's definitely not spicy, has no spiced flavor to it at all.
it doesn't.
At all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, which is to be expected. It doesn't say that it's a spiced
Yeah,
rum. It's not advertised
it's
as a
nothing
spiced rum.
added. They're like, we don't filter it. We don't
Yeah.
add anything to this. This is straight up
Molasses.
molasses
and cask.
distilled.
Yeah.
Distilled molasses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which
it has a really pretty color to it too.
Yeah, it's actually very, very light, like a light copper.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm enjoying it in the daiquiri. It definitely adds. So it on the website, it obviously recommended daiquiris, but it said that it adds this velvety taste to daiquiris. It adds maybe like an apricot taste. So let me know if you can detect that.
With this specific recipe?
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, with this rum on the daiquiri.
I mean, I think I taste the limes a lot.
Yeah, that's why I said I personally love citrusy stuff.
Yeah.
And I decided to use key lime, so they might be a little bit extra
to me,
sour.
I think because of the lime and the sour aspect to it, I think to me it's more reminiscent of like grapefruit than apricot. It has kind of a grapefruity, you know how it's sour and bitter. It would remind me, like, obviously the lime, but it would lean me more towards another sour fruit, like grapefruit, before it reminded me of an apricot specifically.
And I think also maybe changing the recipe up a little bit more, maybe putting a little bit more demerara syrup to counteract the acidity of the key limes.
Yeah, maybe.
But we are here in Florida, so I decided to go with key limes.
You know, this would be good for one of your favorite drinks too, the Dark and Stormies.
Yes.
This would be a really good Dark and Stormy rum.
Oh my God, that is true.
Yeah,
that
with
is
that
true.
Ginger beer.
TBD. I love
In the meantime.
Yeah, I know. to be able to kill this bottle, but I personally wouldn't add this to my collection. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it
While you have it. Yeah.
while I have it, and I'm happy that I supported at the time a female distiller.
Yeah, because there's not many of them around.
Right. But it's just, for me, I like more of the Caribbean rums because they're fruitier.
Yeah, and they have like a sweeter, I want to say smoother, but it's not that it's smoother.
Yeah.
I think they just go down easier
Yeah.
because it has that fruity aspect to it.
So let me ask you another thing. Most people that like rums and they're very particular when it comes to rums and that are more experienced frown upon adding stuff to the rum. And that's what most Caribbeans have. They'll add
artificial flavors,
sugar, artificial, well, not necessarily artificial flavors, but they'll add stuff to it. So like your coconut rum that you tried, that I gave to you, that one is infused with coconut rum. So they're not adding coconut flavor to it. They actually infuse it with toasted coconut. So do you feel that takes away from the rum?
No. I feel it just gives you a different experience. I don't feel it takes away from it. I mean, if your whole point is to just get drunk or plastered or whatever, then yeah, maybe it takes away from the proofness, whatever the word would be for the noun there of it. But no, I don't think so. I think it just allows you to have a different experience, different flavor palette, different flavor profile. But that's just my own personal opinion, because I like flavored rums versus non-flavored rums. Like, my whole rum collection at home is all flavored rums. It's the toasted coconut one you gave me. It's the Rum Haven coconut rum. I have a different coconut rum that I haven't even opened yet that was gifted to me as well. It's, I want to say Palm Bay or something like that. Which
I've heard of that one. You have to tell me how that is, because I saw it at the liquor store the other day, and I was like, should I get this one? But I didn't know.
Yeah, I think I have one white rum at home that's not flavored, but again, it was a gift. It wasn't one I went out and bought for myself. So all my rums at home are flavored. So for me, I like having that different flavor profile. I like being able to kind of mix and match different mixers potentially with it for different drinks. I don't usually drink rum neat or on the rocks. It's usually mixed with something else. So having those different flavors allows more creativity. You can try new things. Not that you can't do that without the flavors, but I feel like it gives you a little more flexibility and a little more fun to have, you know, a little experiment with your different drinks. And if you like fruity things, you can do that, or sometimes you can do the flavored rum and do non-fruity drinks. So it's all about what you like, I guess. I personally like flavored rums.
I agree. For me, the main thing about certain rums is that if they do add sugar, the hangover sucks.
I don't usually get hungover. I have a trick to not get hungover,
which is not drink enough.
Listen, you know me. You know I'll outdrink like most people in a room, but it's just drink lots of water while drinking alcohol, and afterwards drink even more water, because you can never have too much water when you're drinking alcohol, and ibuprofen. Take like 600 milligrams of ibuprofen, especially if you're drinking at night. You'll wake up feeling all peachy keen.
But we're not doctors, so don't take this as a word, people.
My word is not Bible, I promise. It's what works for me. Might not work for everybody, might not work for you, but always definitely drink lots of water when drinking alcohol, for sure.
Yeah. So for me personally, same thing. I love the versatility that different rums with different additives bring to the table. I personally like more fruity stuff and more tropical stuff.
Same.
I'm not a big fan of the straight up molasses or rum agricole, even though I'm just entering this rum journey myself. But I feel like it gives you more room to experiment. Even with just the nose, you get. See, this to me, it's a beautiful rum. Don't get me wrong. It's I can tell there was so much passion going back to this.
It's just not
into this, but
your cup of tea.
Yeah.
But then again, rum should never be a cup of tea. It's a cup of rum. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if bourbon whiskey is your thing, this is definitely a good rum to try for sure.
yeah.
It definitely has those flavor notes in there. But yeah, it's definitely for a New Englander who still lives in New England when it's cold. I'm in Florida.
Not a Massachusetts person in Florida.
Right, exactly. I'm in Florida. It's hot. It's tropical.
The daiquiri, it's very good.
It is good. It is very good. But like I said, it's
you could
very
see
good.
yourself next to the fire pit, which
right.
you're not going to do that
like
here unless you want to sweat your butt off.
No, absolutely not.
Sweating, getting bit by mosquitoes.
I definitely think you should try this with a dark and stormy, though.
Okay.
Just FYI.
I will.
Little piece of advice.
So if you want to see how this mixes with some ginger beer, follow me on Instagram, My Rum Diaries. If you want to check out Marianne's profile, what's your IG or where can people follow you and find you and stalk you? Just kidding.
I mean, my profile's public, so stalk away. It's Marianne, Marianne. I almost forgot to spell my name for a second.
No more rum for you. You're cut off already.
Followed by the numbers 0615. So it's at Marianne 0615. Look me up. You'll see pictures of my cute dog.
And her boyfriend. She's taken guys. Sorry. Guys or girls. Sorry. We don't discriminate here. Guys or girls.
Yep.
But thank you so much for coming. I'm so
for
happy.
having me. I can't talk. Definitely cut off.
But thank you so much. I hope you
you.
enjoyed. I'm glad we were able to try together a rum from Massachusetts, which is very yeah. And I love the fact that it has such old history.
Yeah. Like Massachusetts.
And I'm excited for the journey that America's gonna take with rum. I know I'm a big fan of Caribbean rum, but America's coming up, man. People are
popping up left and right.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see, and maybe if you haven't already done something maybe on like a West Coast rum or something like that, just to see how the rums are like California or
yeah, so that's gonna be my next purchase. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that little subscribe button so I can welcome you on board. And we're signing off here. Cheers.
Cheers.